Introduction. Welcome back to Martial Moves Academy. Today, we're taking a thrilling journey into the iconic fighting techniques of the legendary Bruce Lee, analyzing how these skills could apply in a challenging jungle environment. If you're a fan of martial arts or intense battle scenes, you're in for something special. Bruce Lee was more than a martial artist. He was a visionary who redefined combat. So, let's break down his methods and unveil the genius behind his fight tactics as imagined in a jungle setting. Bruce Lee's philosophy of combat. Bruce Lee wasn't just about physical strength. His approach to combat was deeply philosophical, rooted in the idea that flexibility in both mind and body was key. He often said, "Be like water." This idea is critical in a jungle scenario where unpredictability reigns supreme. You must adapt to whatever comes your way, much like water takes the shape of whatever it enters. Lee's philosophy was about reacting in real time, blending your movements to fit the environment and your opponent. This is the very essence of his combat style in any setting, especially one as chaotic as the jungle. In a jungle battle, the trees, uneven terrain, and thick vegetation demand constant adaptability. Bruce's rapid transitions between offense and defense allowed him to adjust instantly, using agility and fluidity to stay ahead of the opponent. In such an environment, this ability to change tactics on the fly is crucial. The power of surprise. One of Bruce Lee's most significant advantages in a fight was his mastery of surprise. He often relied on feints and deceptive movements to confuse his opponents. Imagine being in the jungle, surrounded by thick foliage, and suddenly Bruce Lee bursts out from behind a tree, launching a perfectly timed attack. His ability to mislead his opponent was legendary. He could make them think an attack was coming from one direction, only to strike from another. In the jungle, this tactic is even more potent. The dense environment offers ample opportunities to conceal movements and confuse an enemy. The moment of surprise could completely disarm the opponent mentally and physically, creating an advantage before the actual combat begins. Bruce understood this psychological element of fighting as well as anyone. 3. Footwork and positioning. Footwork was at the heart of Bruce Lee's fighting technique. In any combat situation, but especially in the jungle, positioning yourself correctly is key. Lee's ability to maintain the right distance from his opponent, evade strikes, and counterattack was unparalleled. In a jungle environment, this skill would be essential. Quick, silent movements could help avoid detection, while proper positioning would allow you to counter your opponent with precision. Bruce's philosophy of continuous movement, never staying still, gave him the advantage of being unpredictable. Whether in open combat or sneaking through dense terrain, this technique would help him stay one step ahead. His famous one-inch punch, for example, is a perfect demonstration of how small, efficient movements can generate immense power. 4. Efficient striking techniques. Bruce Lee's striking techniques were a unique blend of various martial arts disciplines, which gave him an edge in speed and power. His direct punches were faster than more circular techniques like roundhouse punches, which made him both quicker and harder to read. This speed would be a game changer in a jungle battle. In dense environments where quick strikes could mean the difference between winning and losing, Bruce's chain punching technique, where a flurry of strikes are delivered in rapid succession, would be particularly effective. Overwhelming the opponent before they even have time to react could be critical in such a high-stakes scenario. Mental preparation. The fighter's mindset. Bruce Lee's combat brilliance wasn't just physical, it was also mental. He believed in the power of mental training to prepare for any challenge. In a jungle battle, maintaining mental clarity would be just as important as physical prowess. The chaos of the environment, unpredictable enemies, and the sheer isolation can test anyone's nerves. Bruce was a firm believer in visualization, mentally rehearsing every possible scenario so that when the time came, he could respond calmly and effectively. He understood that focus was key to overcoming fear, chaos, or doubt in battle. This mental resilience, combined with his physical skills, made him almost unbeatable in any setting. especially one as unpredictable as a jungle. 6. Using the environment to your advantage. The jungle is full of potential dangers and advantages alike. Bruce Lee often taught that a fighter should use everything at their disposal, including their surroundings. In the jungle, that could mean using trees to block an attack, hiding behind rocks, or even using uneven terrain to throw off an opponent's balance. In his approach, Lee emphasized the importance of environmental awareness. A fighter should never be constrained by the rules of the dojo or a ring. In the jungle, anything goes. If you're being chased, find high ground. If the terrain is rough, use it to slow down your opponent. This way of thinking adds a whole new layer of complexity to combat, one that Bruce Lee mastered in every sense. 7. The fusion of martial arts techniques. Bruce Lee was known for blending different martial arts into his own unique fighting style, Jeet Kune Do. He believed that no single style was complete on its own. In a jungle battle, Bruce would likely combine elements of karate, kung fu, and even street fighting to create a versatile approach. His belief in taking what works would be crucial in such a diverse and unpredictable environment. Imagine a scene where Bruce delivers a kung fu kick followed by a direct karate punch, disorienting his opponent before delivering a series of rapid strikes. His ability to mix and match techniques would keep any opponent guessing and ensure his dominance in the fight. 8. The role of speed in survival. Bruce Lee's speed was perhaps his greatest asset. In a situation where quick decisions mean survival, such as a jungle battle, speed is everything. Bruce trained tirelessly to develop lightning-fast reflexes, often using agility drills to enhance his reaction time. In the dense and chaotic jungle, speed is even more vital. Imagine Bruce darting through thick undergrowth, dodging attacks while countering with his own. His movements were so quick and precise that his fights almost looked choreographed, like a deadly dance of survival. 9. The rigorous training regimen. Bruce Lee's incredible abilities were no accident. He trained relentlessly, combining strength training, flexibility exercises, and martial arts practice. His workouts were designed not just to improve his combat skills, but his overall fitness, stamina, agility, and explosive power. In preparation for any kind of battle, especially one in the jungle, such a high level of physical conditioning is crucial. If you want to fight like Bruce Lee, you need to train like him. His dedication to perfecting his body and mind made him the ultimate warrior. Bruce Lee's fighting tactics go beyond martial arts. They are a masterclass in adaptability, strategy, and mental strength. Whether you're in a chaotic jungle setting or facing life's many challenges, the lessons Bruce Lee left behind are invaluable. His approach to combat, fluid, adaptable, and focused, applies to much more than just fighting. It's a way of thinking about challenges and overcoming obstacles in life. Thank you for joining us at Martial Moves Academy. If you enjoyed learning about Bruce Lee's fight tactics and how they could apply to a jungle battle, hit the like button and subscribe for more martial arts insights. Remember, being a warrior is not about perfection, but about achieving success through discipline and adaptability.